Itsushima number 5 happened this weekend, and while it wasn't a major, it did end up being the biggest tournament of this weekend, and the results honestly were insane. Isabelle just had the tournament run of her life, and I don't just mean one Isabelle, although I will specifically be covering Doki's Isabelle today. 3 Isabelles made top 12 at a B plus tier tournament in Japan. We had Kept, we had Doki, and we had Furararamen. Furararamen, after being kind of the top Isabelle for a little bit, took the back seat here to Doki, who took second place, beating 2 top 10 players in Asimo and Raaru. And obviously I think Raaru hasn't been having as good of a season as last season, but still an incredibly strong player who everyone knows to be scared of. And this person, Doki, just beat them both with Isabelle, which is insane. As mentioned, I'll be going over the Asimo and the Raaru set. The winner's Raaru set. Raaru did end up winning the tournament after, beating them in the reset and the second set, but also almost won the tournament because the grand final set one was game 5, but I'm not going to be showing that because I like showing the wins. Let's go. It is honestly insane that this late into the meta, we are still seeing other characters, this is going to be a button check, still seeing other characters do really well for like the first time. Obviously, Isabelle has had some results in the past, especially with Kept using the character. We've had a couple of other Isabelles as well, but like, it is still insane to me that, especially like 3 Isabelles, I know Kept plays Diddy Kong and also Villager, so like not solo Isabelle, but it's crazy that 3 Isabelles can just suddenly do really, really well. A tournament with still a lot of good players. Again, Asimo, Raaru were here. There was a lot of players that got upset earlier in bracket, so it's kind of insane. Currently though, Asimo, ooh, I love that SDI down. That's actually so smart. The SDI down here makes it so that the up air is harder. Looks like they were trying to go down left. It makes the up tilt into up air Shoryu harder, but then obviously you can just get up tilted again or get like heavy jabbed or something like that. So it's kind of just a DI mix up, which is honestly a really good one if you're doing something that is unexpected. Of course, Isabelle has kind of become more popular than Villager at some point, mostly because of that jab, as well as up tilt is a really, really good anti-air. It is like one of the best anti-air tilts in the game, low key. So Isabelle has kind of had favor over that, and of course I think a lot of people are good at dealing with nice down air, good at dealing with Villager's side B. It's not super strong, whereas Isabelle's down B is a lot harder to deal with. Oh, nice single down tilt though. Asimo ready for those single hit confirms out for that parry. Beautiful stuff. Like, in my opinion, it's just stronger to control the floor than it is control the space in front of you, because you can control the space in front of you with other things, whereas very few moves can control the floor. Currently Asimo putting on a clinic, and again, this is winner semifinals. Winner would go on to face Raaru, so I think Ashimo's just kind of being like, okay, this is another step in my winners finals journey, because Ashimo's had a pretty good season. I'm pretty sure has won a major this season, but Doki is here to kind of, again, has been very good for a long time. For a while was seen as one of the better Isabelles, or one of the best Isabelles maybe in Japan. There's so many, and Kept has always been popular or like known, so I'm not sure if he's ever been considered the number 1 Isabelle in Japan. Gets the back air, but it was actually weak back air. If it was strong back air, that would have Omega killed. The tether also is nice to grab the ledge a little faster. Yeah. Asimo trying to find that other back air, but unable to right now. Again, those anti-air is going to be really, really important for Isabelle, and that's exactly what you can do with that up tilt. It also just covers a lot. Like, it covers a lot of ground. Okay, back air. This is looking like a good stock right now. Oh, I love that setup here, actually. So the reason that when Doki puts Asimo off the stage, he puts this Lloyd here, is the fact that now Asimo can't roll from ledge, so whatever happens in this situation, Doki knows, okay, I just need to get back to the ledge and try to cover ledge jump and then neutral get up exactly in that sequence. You see this nair to cover the ledge jump, and then he kind of comes down and does the jab to hit the neutral get up, and of course the jab will combo into kill moves such as down smash or up tilt up air, or I think there's some more. I think you can do jab F tilt. Oh, the back air actually prolongs with the hitbox of this projectile with the back air, something you always got to be careful of. I know with Steve back air that can be lethal. It's happened to me on T-Jolts many times. Oh, what an up tilt on the landing there. And again, that's just going to be solid damage, right? Isabelle's not like a big combo character, so you're not going to get a ton of damage. You're mostly going to get damage off of neutral wins, like small neutral wins. So this is a nice combo into the F tilt there. Sorry, the strong jab there. But that's what I'm talking about, is that up tilt can just give you a little bit more damage and a little bit more solid of an advantage state and just give you a little bit more room. Again, beautiful up tilt. Oh, that one was slightly mistimed, so Asimo very close to taking this game 1. One hit will do it. Oh, but one edge guard would also do it. That's the nair. That should be the game. No, doesn't get it. Oh, scary, scary. Joel just does the up smash. What? He just rips the up smash, expecting Ryu to stop hitting a button, and it worked. Oh, is it because Isabelle backed up with the up smash startup, is that what happened? Is backing up, so the up tilt actually up, because he didn't stop mashing up tilt, but I guess the hitbox is just so much smaller that ended up smash, the up smash shadow shield ended up working. That was kind of crazy. So Doki is up game 1. Game 2 gonna go to small battlefield, being able to extend these combos, not just in the center of the stage for Ryu. Again, we've covered Asimo pretty recently, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it's kind of just a similar thing. Ooh, nice up tilts. Again, I love that move. That is one of my favorite moves to use when I play Isabelle. I'm gonna set up the down B to make it so that Asimo can't roll from ledge, especially because like, Isabelle's a pretty strong edge guarding character, right? You have nair, you have down air, you have a tether if you really need, like the side B if you really need to. Like, that's plenty. Oh, so much damage. Oh, the up air was so sick, but didn't quite get under the Ryu. It's so funny, Asimo like wins hella tournaments and like does incredibly well, but also I feel like Asimo is one of the top players in Japan that gets blown up the most by random mid-tiers. We had Toss's Piranha Plant 3-stock him in a game. We had Doki right now just being hella ahead in this game, and of course Asimo can bring it back, and you know, it's just kind of happens sometimes, but it's just very funny to me that like it seems like he's the top player, at least the top player that I end up covering, that has the most random losses. Staying around this down B so that way Asimo can't just like hit it and make it go away, which is really interesting. And then if he does like something like a nair, it will actually just proc the down B that is in the stage, which I mean, nair is like one of the best approach options for Ryu. So if you're able to shut that down, it actually does make things quite complicated. Look at all these buttons being thrown up by Doki. And suddenly it's like an even game. So I should stop talking about just like, oh, you're down, you're gonna lose. Because clearly that is not necessarily the case. Nice timings of these slingshots. Yeah, trying to get the jab on the neutral get up. Nice DI up so that way the red fireball did not connect. Tried to get a grab, not gonna hit it. Ooh, the dash attack comboing into the forward air, gonna be a kill confirm. Right now still has a pretty high percent, so gotta be really careful. Asimo is so good at sneaking in those back airs. That's literally what I was about to say, and does so there. So now we have an even game. Asimo actually taking the lead. Uh-oh, red fireball in the pocket. Ow, gonna get punished hella. Okay, but that's gonna be still a good position for Doki, almost getting that. That should be the game. It is the up air one dragging in. Asimo, after being down a lot at the beginning, says, I'm still a good player, and Ryu's kind of broken. Game 3 gonna go back to Hollow Bastion. It did work out quite well for Doki, so I don't blame him. But like this just... It's so interesting, like, it's so funny to me how so many, like, good characters do have random, weird, difficult matchups. Like, I feel like even in Smash 4, when Ryu was, like, extra Omega broken, granted, Villager was also better, but Villager had, like, a pretty good time against the character when a lot of the meta characters would struggle versus Ryu. Ooh, gets the... Oh, I was gonna say the tech chase there was sick. It's gonna be an up tilt, yeah, attempt. Gets the jab and tries to get for a grab mix-up, knowing that a lot of people will hold shield there because, you know, you can mess up the follow-up. But then the roll came out from Asimo. That was very, very good. Asimo with the lead right now, so Doki's got to bring it back, which isn't the hardest thing to do, right? Of course, edge guarding character, decent kill potential with that up smash and forward smash, but that's going to be a good hit. That down B was not there to protect Doki in that position. The upper actually connected. Yeah, gonna go super low, and that's gonna be the stock. Dude, that up tilt is so crazy. Oh, could have maybe been a grab out of shield. I'm gonna combo even off of the trade, the nair not having enough hits done. It just has so little end lag that it combos anyway. Doki is just throwing out a bunch of moves to cover the space. Like, basically, the bubble of Villager and Isabelle is really interesting, and especially Isabelle because of that slightly disjointed nair. And, of course, the jabs comboing, as I mentioned, into up tilt, into the up air. So, really solid damage right now. And it's really hard for Asimo to make it back, and that F tilt killing it okay, yeah, I thought it was like 115. I was like, that seems wrong. But 126, that makes a little bit more sense, even on a heavy character like Ryu. Just, you know, extending the bubble farther, because obviously you have things like short hop nair, which can cover this area. You have up tilt, which covers above you and also kind of in front of you. You have the slingshots that cover really far in front of you, and it's just throwing out a bunch of different moves with a bunch of different movement to kind of make it difficult for Asimo to kind of come in, because you're never sure exactly where Doki wants to be. Finally gets a grab. Oh, that's gonna be so much. That was 55%. Sorry, 53%, because the down B was there, breaking the focus as well with it. That was so good. And the Shoryu not going to connect, so now it's going to be double up air for Doki. This is looking like a really solid game for him. Oh my god, mouse, stop going up. Not the Shoryu, but finds the back air. It's crazy to me that back air did not kill before, even with the weak hit. Tried to get the dash grab, but the roll for Ryu kind of bad, so it didn't go far enough to proc the down B on the ground. That's going to be a punish for sure. Up air? No, what was that? I think Asimo expected him to himself to be on stage, or he expected to need to tech and just was unable to get on stage, so the buffer air dodge, or not buffer air dodge, I guess technically it is a buffered air dodge, but the air dodge off stage, you know, is going to lead to Doki being victorious there. And again, that's not necessarily the buffer system. Oh, hold buffer so bad. You just expect to be on the ground and do something wrong. Like, that happens all the time. Asimo counterpicking back to the stage, which I don't agree with. He has lost 2 games here. I think if you lose multiple games here, you should probably pick something different. I don't know. I don't know what other stage you could go to. I don't know the rule set or like how the stage bans in Japan work necessarily, but like seems cool. Oh, what the huh? I've never seen that. That's crazy. Hashimo's so sick. Nice F tilt. The spacing right now has been so good. Spike, and that's going to be the first stock. Something about this center platform, man, has been so good for Doki. I don't exactly understand why, because like Ryu's also good under these type of center plats. So I'm not 100% sure why Doki has been having more success. I mean, obviously a zoner able to cover a lot of the space under there, but it seems like Asimo could have a lot of success there as well, and it's just happening to not have success. Because if you do full hop nair, I don't think you land on the platform anyway, so you can still do things like full hop nair. I could be wrong about that, but oh, gets the strong down tilt instead, so not going to get a confirmed, but ends up getting that up air into Shoryu. Red fireball after the down smash. It's also going to break the Lloyd on the ground. So good. Gets the nair because he knew that the focus would come out regardless and didn't want to commit to a longer move. Dude, that SCI up was crazy, but the beautiful recognition of that by Asimo going for the back air anyway. Ooh, back air, not gonna kill almost though. I think that was the weak hit. If it was the strong hit, I think it would have killed. The edge trapping for Asimo with those weak F tilts is so scary. Trying to find that back air yet again. He's so good at finding them, but not going to there. Not gonna set up a down B, just gonna get the jabs. Oh, misses it. So it doesn't get the kill. I think maybe down smash would have started killing pretty soon. Tried to down tilt 2-frame, but it's not gonna connect. Parry. Into the up smash. I'm kind of surprised Asimo didn't go for like a special cancel, like he wasn't ready for it, but you know, sometimes you have something in mind and you're not going to react to anything different. So down tilt into Tatsu, not going to get the kill. How much extra credit can Doki get? None after that get up attack. That didn't kill? I know it was stale by 1, but damn. Okay, gets the up smash before Doki's Isabelle was too far away for that up smash to connect. Up tilt almost going to hit. Very close game right now. Gets the tech chase. Sure, not back air hitting the platform is actually crazy. Nair, pressure. Like being able to kind of like fight this nair range that Asimo has with Isabelle's own nair is like really interesting. Is that gonna kill? No, it's not. Oh my god, that was a crazy combo, but Isabelle, just being slightly not a lightweight, is going to pay dividends right now, because now you are able, again, like edgeguarding character is Isabelle, you have to be scared if you're Asimo every single time you aren't getting a kill. I thought that was gonna be double up air maybe for the kill, but again, no ability to get triple turnips. That's gonna be a back air off stage. This is looking really bad. Nair, yeah, just covers all the space, and Asimo has to respect a bunch of space, so unable to recover. I noticed while I was editing, the reason that Asimo died here, because you kind of see him look surprised, and it actually makes sense why. So when he does this ledge jump, he does ledge jump focus, right? So you get this weird little like focus, like stalling thing, but he gets hit out of it. So when he ends up recovering, he tries to recover with double jump focus, which again, would kind of make you float up, and then you're able to cancel it, and then he would be farther vertical. But because he already got hit out of the focus, the second focus you have doesn't have that property, so it acts like his normal jump, which means that basically he's unable to get that extra vertical distance. He falls farther, and that's basically the distance he doesn't make it by. So something you got to keep in mind is just your resources when you're off stage, what you got hit off stage doing, because if you don't, it can lead to you losing an entire set. So Doki wins that 3-1 to advance into winners finals, where he ends up playing against Raaru. Let's watch Isabelle versus Luigi now. So game 1, Raaru versus Doki. We did already have Doki beat the 1 seed of this tournament, and I think Raaru was the 2 seed. So going to see how this plays out. Of course, one of the strongest players in the world. Raaru has had a bunch of amazing wins against basically every top player, other than like, I guess, Spargo. I don't even know how often they've played, but Doki here with the Isabelle. Again, another interesting matchup where like a mid-tier does pretty good against a meta threat, right? Because you do have, of course, the ability to zone Luigi, which will always be nice. And then again, good edge guarding character can also use the slingshots to stop the side B coming out, and again can control the space. Raaru said, I don't really care though, I will simply just be better. Uh-oh, are you dead? Reacts to the SDI in, you're dead. Luigi's broken. Raaru also is just the best by far at reacting to SDI in. Ooh, nair back air, you're so dead. You're not dead? Okay, you better be. Oh no, saved. Okay, now you're dead. And making sure extra that they're dead. Like, Luigi, like, has a quote-unquote bad recovery, but it goes so far if you're just unable to mess with it, so it can be really scary. Yep, baits the down B. Tech chase. F tilt keeps him off stage. Again, if you're able to get the down B there, that could be huge, but unable to and has to go in, so that way the drop-off down air doesn't. That was actually such a good recovery, underrated, because at this point, you know Luigi's ready to drop off down air or drop off fair here and get some type of check chase. So go slightly under the stage, so that way this only hits the balloons and then ends up recovering so that the down air cannot connect. That was actually so good by Doki. Little decisions like that, like small optimizations, are really what can make a tournament run a huge deal, because if you are unable to do those things, you're going to be dying off stage in a couple positions where you're going for edge guards, and it simply will be worse for you. Oh, barely misses the jabs, so the down smash is not going to connect. I think sometimes like certain characters have their like animations for the getting the jab to be like a little weird. Like you can kind of see like Luigi like pulling back his hands and then kind of becoming like a parabola, not a parabola, but like a parentheses. I guess technically a parentheses is a sideways parabola, and making it a little bit more difficult for those jabs to connect, because sometimes the hurt boxes of this game are too accurate. Down throw down B, GG's, Raaru wins game 1. Game 2 gonna go to small battlefield, so a smaller stage, but also ability to go under the stage. I'm not sure if the platforms do anything different. No, the fireball ruins the hit grab. That is unfortunate. And Raaru's just so good at like controlling the space against these projectile characters. It is honestly insane that he's able to consistently beat zoners. Like, I don't know if he's played against like a good Belmont or something like that. I could definitely see that being an issue, but like he's just so good at finding like the most random options, just like that directional air dodge up, like barely left, to make it just like slightly more difficult for these zoner players. And then of course he just will kill people on every hit, so. That F tilt does 2 frames, so you do have to be careful of recovering at very predictable timings. Back throw. Yeah, like that slingshot, that's just gonna be the stock, yeah. Like whether it hits Luigi or just stops the side B in its tracks, it's just gonna be so good. Trying to get the backwards movement. Uh-oh, misses the up B input, gets a side B instead. Sometimes the turnaround inputs can be quite difficult. Down throw back air, it's gonna be the stock. And so Raaru is able to even it up. Ow, so much damage. Luigi does so much damage on so many random hits. You don't even need the kill confirm, because now down throw into up B just kills anyway. Like, why get the zero? Why focus on the 0 to death when you can focus on just getting the hit into 60 and then down throw into up B? Okay, landing into rising arrows. Again, the patterns can be quite difficult to get through this Isabelle zoning. And again, you do have, of course, that random short hop nair. But I think at this point, you're going to mostly see, you know, dedicated more so slingshot than like random short hop nairs, like towards Raaru, just because you don't want to get hit by like at this point up smash out of shield. Could have been it. Could have been it. I just called it, but you know. And again, setting up that down before the roll distance, but the counter edge guard, very effective for Raaru. Ooh, nice tech chase. Not going to be a combo, though, but still bad position for Raaru. Jabs on the platform, a little scary. Not going to get the kill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you dead? Are you... I was going to say, you're going to die for that, but that would have been the most insane confirm. And Raaru was very confident. I don't know if 59% at that height you would have died. Oh, but that one you're for sure dead. Dude, Luigi's broken. What kind of character? This is insane. What was the hit? The falling nair at, what was it, like 59? Yeah, 59% falling nair is the stock. What? That's so crazy. Honestly, I think Doki played that game really well overall, just was unable to like avoid those early deaths, and then again got counter edge guarded on the left. So I think if you're going to edge guard Luigi, you really have to hit him off stage, otherwise that tech will be very, very strong. So you have to just only hit him off stage, and if you can't guarantee that you can hit him off stage, you have to simply stop the edge guard. Like, it's not worth it to go for it because of that exact position, because Luigi's edge guarding surprisingly potent. Like, you know, he's not going to go all the way off stage, but like he has good options when people are off stage. Okay, gets the downer. Comboing. That might just be stock. Do you have double jump? You do. And of course it was misfire. And then if that doesn't, yeah, if that didn't misfire, he was dead. So that's going to be the edge guard for Doki, but very ready for that misfire. It's so scary sometimes. One thing I noticed is Raaru doesn't really go for like uppies out of shield ever, because I guess he doesn't want it to get baited, but I feel like there's a lot of positions where people hit his shield and then he kind of goes for grab or goes for like down tilt or something and potentially gets a confirm, but sometimes up tilt is just easier. Solid damage lead for Doki right now. But again, yeah, a lot of the damage is just like you're trying to get Luigi off stage. Like you're trying to use the percent to get Luigi off stage so you can finish the kill more so than anything else. Uh-oh. SDIing in yet again, unable to get the turnaround. Maybe Raaru wasn't ready for it. Maybe he just wasn't expecting it again. Down throw. No DI, and messes up the input. Still gonna get the back air. Dude, another misfire. So lucky, dude. But the Isabelle's player's name is Doki, not Raaru's. That's so unfair. Has to double jump. Stock. No! Misses the edge guard. That's just something that happens against Luigi sometimes. Sometimes you're like so ready for it, and then it just doesn't work. Gets the grab. It's crazy that Raaru just held shield for that long. Didn't get the kill. Uh-oh. This is scary. See, like if you die here, if you are Doki, this is just going to spiral because you know you're going to get grabbed and die and lose the set. Granted, I'm covering Doki, so we know that doesn't happen. Wow, gets the command grab from that far. And that's going to be, honestly, hasn't used that hit grab a lot on stage. Kind of only used it at the very beginning when the fireball pinged with it. How much percent can Doki get before his stock is over? Or is he actually just going to get a 2 stock? Because, again, all you need is to hit Luigi off stage and get that successful edge guard. I thought he was going to go for the down air. Gets the nair there. Back air for good measure, and that's going to be a 2 stock for Doki, taking a game, trying to bring it to a game 5 and potential victory, but Raaru wants to end the set here. But he doesn't, because we're covering the Isabelle. Gonna go back to small battlefield. I don't necessarily disagree. I mean, if Raaru was just able to find the SDI in a little bit better, you know, that first, okay, double fair, is he dead? Yes, he is unable to get anywhere, and that was a beautiful sequence with a quick slingshot kind of, what is it? The slingshot carry, I guess is what I will call it. Into just a beautiful edge guard with the nair forward air on the double jump, or, you know, the potential double jump. Raaru has to hold it, and then if you do, you still are going to get bonked under the stage. Entire stock lead for Doki. That is beautiful stuff right there. Not going to get grabbed after that up tilt as well, because the grab is a little too laggy. Now we see Raaru really fishing for the grab because he needs to even up the game. Otherwise, you're just going to slowly get chipped away, and that can be a big problem for a character that needs to be close like Luigi. Uh-oh. Misses the fast fall. So didn't get the combo. That is unfortunate for Raaru, but if you are Doki, you are very happy about this because you're going to get a lot of extra percent. Up tilt. Oh, yep, good DI on the up tilt, so the down B is going to be able to come out. But look at this, 93%. That's a lot of damage on a Luigi. Nair off stage. This could be the potential stock. Yeah, trying to go for these, oh no, the balloons actually messed it up. Gonna be the weak backer though, so not gonna necessarily be the kill. Oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to make it back. You have less fuel sometimes with those balloons. Uh-oh, a grab. SDI away. Just gonna early end the up B because he was not confident he would be able to get the up air. So just gonna take the damage knowing it wouldn't kill, but that's gonna be jab down smash, and Doki still has the lead, dude. The jab that's legitimately one of the best jabs in the game. It's just on Isabelle. Are we gonna be able to punish that with double up air for sure? Back air, beautiful movement here to kind of bait the air dodge and then get a really good punish, sending Raaru off stage again. That can be a potential edge guard or it can just be a ledge trap. So like still a good position regardless, almost gets the F tilt there. That's gonna be a punish for sure. Nair, but that's, you can just air dodge or up B. Oh, beautiful, baiting the roll, dude. He's on it right now. Double back air, and that's gonna be the stock and the game. Doki bringing this to game 5. Like, the thing is, Raaru was just able to get in the first 2 games, right? And then I feel like Doki has just been a little bit better at keeping Raaru out, a little bit better at baiting those rolls, baiting those, like, short hop forward airs and stuff, just keeping a distance a little bit better, and also able to hit things like up tilts. Granted, he got a grab here. Is that gonna be the stock? Dude, that is the stock. Luigi's crazy. Nice, gets the air dodge off stage. F tilt 2 frame. I was gonna say the F tilt 2 frame could straight up just be the stock because it sends pretty far, and again, no double jump because you don't get it back on those 2 frames. But Raaru's doing a really good job at mixing up the timings of his recoveries. Short hop fair, not gonna get the good nair, so you are not going to get the actual good hit here. You get down B out of that at that percent. That's crazy. It's so funny, now Doki is playing close quarters at the moment, which is incredibly scary to do because Luigi is one of the most potent characters at that in the entire game, kind of going even-ish with it, but even when you're down a stock is not necessarily good enough. That jab is so crazy. Trying to bait the down B, not going to be it. Air dodge to the ground, not punished, but random forward air hit. Oh, you're dead? No, good tech. Gonna tether to the ground. Sorry, to the ledge, what? I love that jumping off stage, just making it so that, oh, no, that was dash up smash. You can kind of see Doki in the corner, kind of like, no, oh no. So unfortunate there, should have been the stock. I don't know if it still will be the stock, but it definitely at the very least is adding some mental stress. Oh, that's gonna be the stock, for sure. Ooh, with the back air finisher too. Doki smiling, he's having a good time. Oh, double up tilt. Up air, gonna be good damage, trying to bait the air dodge. No expected lack of air dodge there. That's gonna be the stock, probably. Down throw, down B. No, beautiful DI. Oh my God, I didn't even know you could live there. Can't live that. That up smash is ridiculous. So has to bring back this stock and then take another before getting Luigi'd, which is so difficult to do. Raaru again is absolutely insane. Ow, so much damage. Okay, Nair fair, that's gonna be a good start. Trying to get a 2-frame. Again, Raaru's been able to mix up his timings on that up B so well, so he has not gotten 2-framed a single time as far as I'm aware. At least by F tilt. Gets the up tilt on the roll. Dude, this is so scary. But hasn't gotten hit by a major move, in the short hop forward air is gonna get punished by the scooping hitbox of this, no traffic sign. 37% is not a lot considering the damage Luigi can pump out. Like, it's like basically no single hits. Like, you can actually do so much more damage than that. Baits out the down B. Actually, not necessarily baits it out, just know that you're safe regardless of if he does it or not. And you're bringing this percent lead back. So scary. 81%. This is absolutely death percent against Luigi. Down tilt into dash grab, down tilt into up tilt. Just grab in general. So many moves will kill. Down throw, up B, down throw into back air at the ledge. Oh, goes for the up smash, reads the roll away, but doesn't get more damage guaranteed on the platform. Finally does, but oh, gets the grab. Raaru has to mess this up. Oh no, just good DI by Doki, not gonna be the kill. So we do have one final chance for Doki. The downer sends off stage. That could be huge. Oh, gets the F tilt on the dropping off the ledge. Up B? What is that? Oh my God, he's stuck on the ledge. F tilt again, no double jump. This is just the game. And that is Doki going to be the victor. Why did he fall into the ledge? I thought that only happened with misfire. Oh no, just was really big on that. Yeah, just had a lot of lag because it was a strong side B. So Raaru messing up in that position. Doki with the reverse 3-0 on one of the best players in the world. And of course, Raaru did end up getting his revenge, winning 3-2 in Grand Set 1 and 3-0 Grand Set 2. So still was the victor of the tournament, but beating Asimo and Raaru in a single tournament, regardless if it's a major or not, honestly, this might retroactively be upgraded into a major as people get points later in this season. But God, those sets were really impressive. Isabelle is honestly not normally a character I consider hype, but those games were really good. Use those jabs, up tilts, and all the zoning tools really effectively. I wish maybe a little bit more down B was effective, but again, the players that he played against were just really good against it, so I don't really blame him for not, because it's kind of just like, oh, are you really good at dealing with it? You're probably not going to fall into it very much. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what other videos from this weekend you want me to watch. I know Scarlet Classic happened. I have no idea what happened in that tournament, so if something interesting happened, let me know down in the comments. I would appreciate it. As always, social media and partner stuff is down below, and I will see you all next time. Peace.